in honor of the Super Bowl being done, NFL season being done, and in honor of a great all-time NFL Super Bowl halftime show, we are going to be grading Super Bowl halftime shows.
So for the people who aren't privy to our backstage conversations before we did this, we were trying to figure out where to start because there have been a lot of Super Bowl halftime shows. And Jim was like, "What was the first Super Bowl halftime show you remember?" I was like, "It was Michael Jackson." He's like, "Let me look it up. When was that?" It was 1993. Jim, how old were you in 1993?
I was not born yet. I was a year away from being born.
You were -1 years old.
Yeah, I was -1.
I was 8.
So
okay.
The first one I remembered, I mean, you can rank these first ones if you want.
No, we're going to go from the first one you remember so that we have a shared experience.
It's maybe, the first one I remember is January 28th, 2001. After the 2000 season, I am 6 years old. No, I'm 6, almost going to go on 7. Aerosmith and NSYNC. I remember it as being like, my dad liked Aerosmith, so I liked Aerosmith, but then he didn't like NSYNC, and I was too young to really know what pop music was.
Right.
So I was like, this is good, this is bad. So I'm going to give it probably a D+.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a D. At that point, I don't know, Aerosmith has been underwhelming for a very long time now. And they were very much in their underwhelming phase.
As I am now, Aerosmith to me is the quintessential boring dad rock.
Okay.
That's how I view Aerosmith. I still think some of their songs are fun and catchy. They are a boring dad rock group.
I don't disagree. That's why I give them a D.
Next up, February 3rd, 2002, 2 days after my birthday, U2.
C.
I'm going to give it a C. It's hard. This one was hard. This is the 9/11 tribute one.
Yeah.
So everyone was still feeling very patriotic.
So they're feeling patriotic, and who do they bring in?
U2.
Fucking Bono.
Yeah.
Yeah, C.
Next up, January 26, 2003, Shania Twain and No Doubt.
B-.
I'm going to give this one probably a C+. I went through a period where I just didn't watch a lot of Super Bowls.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
But I did watch this one.
Shania was at the top of her game back then, and I mean, No Doubt was. I mean, I can't say that Shania Twain or Gwen Stefani exist outside of my spank bank. And
I can't say that either.
High spanking it time for me as a young man.
I can't say that she still doesn't exist high in my repertoire.
I can't either.
Next up, February 1st, my birthday, 2004. I was probably doing some little kid shit. But I definitely remember this Super Bowl and the halftime show because it was Jessica Simpson, Janet Jackson, P. Diddy, Nelly, Kid Rock, and Justin Timberlake. The infamous
titty halftime.
Yep.
Well, I mean, Do you want to know
the theme of this halftime show? Because apparently they have themes sometimes.
Yeah, it was Janet
Choose
Jackson's
or lose.
titty.
It was choose or lose.
Okay. No, it was Janet Jackson's titty.
It was Janet Jackson's titty.
A+.
A+ for sure. This is such a big thing that remembering back, I don't remember anyone else in this halftime show besides Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson.
Yeah, because that was just an amazing moment to happen on live network TV. Janet Jackson's titty.
Historical
titty. All I need is just one titty.
Next up.
I'm not choosy. I don't require much. I'm low maintenance. All I need is one titty.
Jesus Christ. February 6, 2005, Paul McCartney.
A.
Yeah, A. I think if you're gonna go with old rock or old groups, Paul McCartney's the one that still puts on a hell of a show.
Yeah, and I mean, he might be the most iconic person to ever play a Super Bowl halftime because the man was in the fucking Beatles.
Yes.
A.
Next up, Rolling Stones.
Dude, they could still bring it then. B+.
I'm gonna give it a B. Yeah, I think they could still bring it. If you did the Rolling Stones even 3 years later though.
Yeah.
They got them right at the end.
Hey, Father Time undefeated. It works for everyone, including rockers.
They're still alive though.
Some of them.
That's yeah.
One just died. The drummer just died.
Yeah. Next up, February 4th, 2007. It's Prince.
A++.
A++. And if we're going like the Japanese video game ranking, he's an S+.
Yeah. Okay. A+.
It's the best. This is the best one.
Is the best one. I could think of 3 that are my absolute favorites, best ever, and this is probably the top of the 3, and a close tie with maybe a very, very recent one.
Does anyone put on like a better performance than Prince?
No, man. Listen,
like if I could go back in time and see like a live show, I'd want to go to a Prince live show so fucking bad.
I have, through playing like Ultimate Frisbee, I had like teammates who were like just like touching 40 when I was like, in my very early 20s, and like friends who had stories of like, the last time I ever did cocaine was at a Prince concert. Like, then they were like, shut it off after that, but I had to turn it back on for Prince.
My mom got to see Prince in Madison Square Garden right after like Little Red Corvette hit the scene.
That's fucking amazing. I like your mom. She's good people.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Listen, this is what's gonna put that
Purple Rain in the Rain.
Yes, it started. Even God was like, yes. Let me make this better. Listen. This is how I'm gonna put Prince in context for everyone who might be too young to realize how awesome Prince is. That guy had a bad hip from fucking.
Yes.
Do you know how awesome you have to be?
Also,
just like wear out, have hip dysplasia, wear your shit out, just fucking.
Also, I want this on the record from XFL Jim. Prince can get it. Yeah.
Prince done had it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean,
it's his.
Yeah. It's his.
Yes, King.
Next up, February 3rd, 2008, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I wonder.
A-.
I'm going to give it an A- because I feel like some people might look back on this a little harshly just because it's after Prince. So you're probably directly comparing it to that one.
Sure. But if you break it out,
it's fucking Tom Petty.
Until he died, he rocked.
Yeah.
Like he did not do bad live shows ever. A-.
Yes, I'm with you on the A-. Next up, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band.
A fucking plus.
Yeah,
that was a killer show. With the Bruce Springsteen like crotch slide into the camera, that their rendition of fucking 10th Avenue Freeze Out. Like, I love Bruce Springsteen. I'm a huge Bruce Springsteen fan. So that was the of the 3 that's in there also for my best ever.
I think the only thing that could have made this one better is if they were playing the Super Bowl in like the Northeast.
Yeah, if they were at like MetLife or some shit.
Yeah,
that would have made it killer.
Next up. This one I remember vividly for some reason. I don't remember. Maybe 2010 was a fucking weird year for me. It was The Who. And I give it like a C-.
Yeah.
Or like a C. Yeah, they were like... Because this is like we were talking about with the Rolling Stones. They got the Rolling Stones at the perfect time. The Who were past it at this point.
Yeah, they're very much contemporaries, and that was not...
Wasn't there also like a sexual, like, sex registry thing with the singer at this point?
Oh, dude,
he had some controversy going on, I think.
That's it's the guitar. It's like a guitar
Keith
player.
Moon, was it?
Keith Moon been dead, child.
Oh, that's fucking right. Jesus Christ!
Like he's jumped head first into an empty swimming pool.
Yeah, he's been super dead.
A long time ago.
Let's get past that to the Black Eyed Peas in 2011.
The C.
I give it a D+. I give it a D+.
Okay, I'll give it a C.
I mean, they had Slash, I guess.
Only if they had allowed them to use the real lyrics, "Let's get retarded,"
and that they would have like fully auto-tuned themselves. That would have been probably that would have helped a little bit.
Yeah. That's the
Next up,
piece.
2012, Madonna.
F.
Yeah, F on this one. This is I'm looking at this like special guests on her list. Madonna featuring LMFAO, Cirque du Soleil, Nicki Minaj, MIA, CeeLo Green, Andy Lewis, Avon High School, Drumline, Center Grove High School, Drumline, Dancing Dolls, and then a 200-person choir.
F. There's some of those people that you mentioned that I actually kind of like, and they.
Oh yeah, I like a lot of those people. They're fucking terrible. Next up,
sucks.
2013, Beyonce.
A.
I like that one a lot. I mean, just name another person. She just doesn't do bad live shows. She's just a hell of a performer.
Queen B. Bye.
Next up, Bruno Mars featuring Red Hot Chili Peppers. I didn't.
B minus.
I'm gonna give it just a flat. I'm gonna give it a C plus. Just I'll talk about Bruno Mars because I liked him better in a later Super Bowl. A lot. We'll get to that in like a quick second. Next up is 2015 Katy Perry.
You got to give it an A for left shark, right shark.
I mean, yeah, they're just spawning memes.
And I mean, listen, if we're gonna set precedents in previous ones, you have to give it an A for them titties.
Also, them too. Katy Perry can forever get it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Listen, we in the garage want to clear up. This is a question that's been going back and forth a lot, and we're here to tell you, Katy Perry could get it.
She can get it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, in that show, Missy Elliott can get it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she can.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Next up,
especially when she wears that big trash
Oh.
bag suit from the I Can't Stand the Rain. Me and
Next
Superfly,
up,
Super
2016,
Duperfly.
we had Coldplay.
Beep beep. Who got the keys to the Jeep? Vroom. Sorry, you had me in a Missy Elliott loop. Who is it? Coldplay.
Coldplay. I'm gonna give them. See, I want to give it a B plus to an A, but that's not because of Coldplay. That's because of the guests they had on. Like when Beyonce and Bruno Mars came in for this, I thought they were really good. But Coldplay was kind of like
C plus.
So I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a B because I like Coldplay was a C, but their guests were good, and I liked the vibe that they had. But Coldplay by themselves, no.
Yeah, C.
Next up, Lady Gaga.
B plus, very close to an A because she did some James Bond shit from the roof. I did not think she really jumped, but she did. You know what? You're right. Like that takes
an A for that.
Walls.
And this was the drones were fucking sick. Those drones that they used were awesome.
Drones. Yeah. I also that's the year that I started referring to Lady Gaga as Lady Gaga, which has been a lot of fun for me.
That's a fancy way to say it. I'm gonna start doing that now.
Lady Gaga.
I feel like that's how jazz venues will announce her.
Yeah. Yeah. Like now performing with Tony Bennett, Lady Gaga.
Next up, 2018, Justin Timberlake.
This was underwhelming.
This is not.
Super underwhelming. I don't care if you took a selfie in the crowd with some some homely gal. D minus.
I'm gonna give it an F.
I'll tell you, I like Justin Timberlake quite a bit. He's made some really good albums.
He's made a couple. Yeah, I'm not a huge Justin Timberlake.
Future Sex loves, dude. Listen to me, Jim. Listen to me. You weren't of the same age as me. I was like 21, 22 when the Future Sex Love Show came out on HBO, and I could bring a young lady home. We could watch that, and it was like he took care of the foreplay for me.
Ooh, he's doing half the work.
Yeah, preheating the oven, baby. Thank you, JT.
Okay.
Thank you, JT.
I can understand that. I can understand.
Yeah.
Next up, 2019, Maroon 5.
This one wasn't really bad. I want to say it was bad, but it wasn't that bad. I'll give it a B.
I'll give it a B minus. I really don't like Maroon 5.
Me either.
Like they played their poppy, their older hits that I think are still pretty decent pop rock songs. Travis Scott and Big Boy were fine. They were good additions.
Hey, I love Big Boy.
I'm always a Big Boy guy. So,
yeah.
Next up, 2020, Shakira and J-Lo.
This one was surprisingly good.
This one was awesome.
My main takeaway was after Googling, while watching Googling, how old is Shakira and how old is J-Lo? Way to go, ladies! They look good for their age.
We will always reiterate every time both of these girls can get it.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you don't have to send us handwritten letters and ask us if they can get it or not. They can get it.
They can get it. Next up, 2021, The Weeknd.
B minus. It was weird.
It was weird, but I fucking dug it, dude. I liked it. I'm gonna give it a B plus because he had to deal with the whole no crowd COVID shit.
Yeah, and then the going into the mirror box, who was that for?
It was wild. It was weird. I mean, he had to do a weird kind of show because there was no he wasn't playing for an audience.
And also, I don't know. I'll just say like I don't know. I've never really been like huge into The Weeknd. I didn't realize that The Weeknd had become this iconic like enough to do like a Super Bowl show. You know.
I like The Weeknd quite a bit. I think maybe it's because he makes me feel like I like those synthy 80s sort of vibes that he has with his songs, and I love it.
I mean, I don't dislike them. It's just not my shit.
That's fair.
Okay.
And next up, last and certainly not least, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, featuring 50 Cent and Anderson .Paak. I didn't even realize Anderson .Paak was there. I forgot about that.
He was playing drums live.
Yep.
Yeah. I love Kendrick Lamar. I love Dr. Dre. I love Snoop. I love Anderson .Paak. Like that's like 4 people that like I listen to like a lot of, and so
I listen to a lot of all these guys. I love Dre. I love Snoop. I love Eminem. I love Mary J. Blige. I love Kendrick Lamar. 50 Cent was like one of my formative artists growing up. I fucking love 50 Cent.
Sure,
so much.
Makes sense. And honestly, I'm gonna put this in a tie with Prince for best show ever.
It's, if not like neck and neck, it's right there.
Absolutely.
It's right there. Like, these two are 1A and 1B.
Yeah. Pretty close.
God, it was good. That probably means we're old now.
Time to schedule that colonoscopy, buddy.
I had a colonoscopy 2 years ago. I don't need another one.
Oh. I'm like my vasectomy, I'm just putting that off like crazy.
I'm scheduling that for the coming years.
There you go, bud. There you go.
I'm going to nip that in the bud before it becomes an issue.
Hey.